Once upon a time, in the heart of a lush, green jungle, lived a very big and very silly crocodile named Carl. Carl was not like the other crocodiles. While his friends loved to bask in the sun or swim silently in the river, Carl loved to play tricks and make everyone laugh. One sunny morning, Carl woke up with a brilliant idea. Today, he said to himself, I will make all the animals in the jungle laugh with my silliest trick yet. Carl swam to the riverbank where his friend Oliver the Otter was playing. Good morning, Oliver. Carl called out cheerfully. Good morning, Carl. What are you up to today? Asked Oliver, smiling. I'm planning to play a funny trick on everyone. Would you like to help me? Carl asked, his eyes twinkling with mischief. Oliver loved a good laugh, so he agreed. Carl whispered his plan to Oliver, who giggled and nodded eagerly. The first animal they met was Jerry the giraffe, who was nibbling leaves from a tall tree. Carl and Oliver quietly tiptoed up to Jerry and then Carl shouted, "Boo!" Jerry jumped in surprise, but when he saw it was just Carl and Oliver, he laughed. Oh, Carl! You always know how to make my heart race. Next, they found Ellie the elephant near the water hole. Carl and Oliver pretended to be statues, standing perfectly still. When Ellie came close, they suddenly burst into a funny dance, waving their arms and wiggling their tails. Ellie trumpeted with laughter. You two are so silly. As they continued through the jungle, Carl and Oliver played funny tricks on all the animals they met. They tied knots in the tails of monkeys, made silly faces at parrots, and even did a goofy dance for the zebras. Everyone laughed and had a wonderful time. Finally, they reached the edge of the jungle where Bella the butterfly was fluttering by the flowers. Carl gently approached her and said, Bella, would you like to see a magic trick? Bella, intrigued, nodded her delicate wings. Carl asked her to close her eyes. He then took a big breath and blew softly, sending a cloud of flower petals swirling around her. When Bella opened her eyes, she was surrounded by a rainbow of colors. She clapped her wings in delight. That was beautiful, Carl. You're not just silly, you're magical too. By the end of the day, Carl and Oliver were tired but very happy. They sat by the river, watching the sunset. Carl turned to Oliver and said, Today was perfect. We made everyone laugh and smile. That's the best kind of day. Oliver nodded in agreement. Yes, Carl, you really are the silliest and the kindest crocodile in the jungle. From that day on, Carl the big silly crocodile was known not just for his size, but for his big heart and his ability to bring joy to everyone in the jungle. And so, Carl continued to spread laughter and happiness, proving that sometimes being silly is the best way to be. And the animals of the jungle lived happily ever after, with Carl's laughter echoing through the trees.